Now I'm covering alternate therapies. When I first came up to Byron Bay to live with my daughter, the doctors gave me about 3 months to live. They couldn't tell whether I'd live any further than that. I, at the time, was the only documented living case with Sjögren's neuropathy. There was only 50 in the world at the time, and none of those were living. I was the only living case. So I came up to Byron Bay to spend the last days with my daughter, and that was when I embarked on the spiritual journey, or the journey to, I'd say, rearrange my brain so that I could be in a mode where I wanted to get better. You have to want to get better. You have to be able to see a light at the end of the tunnel, so it gives you that motivation to, want to get better. So what I did was I embarked on a spiritual journey, which involved with vibrational therapy. When I first came up here, I was in a wheelchair. My daughter was my carer. I needed constant care. I couldn't do anything for myself. Took 2 people to get me out and onto the table to embark on vibrational therapy. Vibrational therapy is like a form of Reiki, I suppose, which they transfer energy from your energy centres and their energy to give you the energy to heal yourself. Because you will get to a stage, at some stage in your life, where you think, I haven't got the energy to keep going. I just can't do it anymore, Yeah, like I've picked myself up and dusted myself off and kept going so many times. And the last time, the big one in the year 2000, I thought, I can't do this anymore. And it would be so easy to let go and just die. But my daughter was so upset, and my grandchildren, that I thought they're not ready to let me go. So with meditation, I brought myself back, and we embarked on this journey up here at Byron Bay. While I was here, we've done vibrational therapy, we have done Reiki, we've done massage, we've done at different times when you get to know your body, and I keep saying get to know what your body needs. At different times you will need different therapies. I've had craniosacral therapy, I've had Feldenkrais to get me walking again, and a lot of these you won't need because you won't be as bad as I was. But you will need massage, you will need acupuncture, you will need, sometimes you might need Reiki, because that, as I said, is getting your own energy centres working, as well as, them transferring their energy and getting your centres working. They also use kinesiology, and the body tells them, by asking them the right questions, the body tells them what they need, what we need. So I found that worked well. What I found out of all the therapies that I had, and over the last 13 years, I've had 45 different alternate therapies. So I won't go through all of them and bore you. As I said, I'm only a phone call away. Ring me, let me know what your symptoms are, and together we can work out something that'll work for you. What really worked for me was laser therapy. Laser therapy, they call it a photon molecular therapy, and it works. It's a red laser light. It's a laser beam that you lay under. Very easy, you don't have to do anything. And it penetrates the skin and goes straight to the cells and works on a cellular level. It destroys the bad parts of the cells, which is the oxidative stress, implodes the good parts of the cells, and then you feed your cells with liquid nutrition. I found that the 2012 that I have on my website, I needed to take that 3 times a day as if it was a food, because that was feeding my cells. When I first embarked on that, I was 10 stages of chronic illness, according to the laser machine that's all done by computer. And I had to go for 2 hours 3 times a week and I did that for 9 months before I could revert to once a week for like 2 years, and then I reverted to fortnightly for another 12 months. But when I first went to that therapy, it took 2 people to get me out of the car and onto the table. After the 3 years, I was walking with a walker. I was doing things for myself. So there's not a lot of these therapists, laser therapists around. You need to see if there's any laser therapists that are closer to you to get yourself, to get the cells opened up so that you can feed the cells so that you can be on your way to recovery. If not, the next one that was really helpful was an integrative medicine doctor. An integrative medicine doctor looks at the whole person, mind, body and spirit. They look at your genealogy to see what you're predisposed to getting. They can then work out the health. They look at the health of your cells. They're a bit dearer than a normal doctor, but what they do is they look at you on a cellular level. They can tell what organs are being affected or going to be affected. They can tell what you're lacking in, what vitamins and minerals you're lacking in, whether you've been exposed to chemicals as a young child and you've got copper and zinc and magnesium, or whether you've got mercury from amalgam fillings that might have been from your mother when you were in the womb. All these things affect our lives now. So the integrative medicine doctor does all these tests, and when I had the test, he said I was on the right track because I research all the time, but I wasn't taking enough of the things. See, now I was taking CoQ10. I didn't know till I went to him that it doesn't absorb into the body unless you take acetyl L-carnitine with it. Now, if you've got a thyroid problem, you have to be careful with that and only take 1 a day. Otherwise, you can take 3 a day because that works on your hormonal system. He also discovered, even though I was taking zinc, I needed 200 milligrams a day. My vitamin B levels, I had a marker in my body where my body doesn't hold vitamin B12. And therefore, my folic acid levels were too high. Because the B12 converts the folic acid, which is B9, it converts the B3 and the B6. So if you haven't got B12, that's the building blocks for all the other vitamins. So you really need to have your B12 levels tested. B12 is really cheap. It's only the price of a prescription, and I think you get 4 needles and you have those. He'll tell you, an integrative medicine doctor will tell you whether you need it. monthly, bi-monthly, 6-monthly or 12-monthly, depending on the factor and the regulator in your body on how it holds the B12. He said I needed magnesium, which I was already taking, but I wasn't taking enough magnesium. I needed 300 milligrams of magnesium a day, and also potassium. Now, potassium, magnesium is what you need to regulate your cells. That's what your cells are fed by. That's what excites them so that they can communicate with each other. So I had to take magnesium, potassium, zinc. Zinc is very good for healing and also your skin. I also had to take turmeric because I had leaky gut syndrome. Most people that have a digestive problem have leaky gut syndrome. Turmeric is very good. It fixes the leaky gut syndrome. It helps your bowel work properly, and it also clears the plaque out of your brain. So you've got less chance of getting brain fog and Alzheimer's if you're taking, well, I had to take between 6 and 8, well, I still take turmeric tablets a day. So you need your probiotic powder to, keep that gut, I call it the flora and fauna in your gut balanced, so that you've got all the good bacteria and all the bad bacteria has been taken out. You need a really good grapeseed tablet, which is 1,000 milligrams a day, 3 times a day at first for a month, and then you can reduce it to 2 or 1 a day depending on what you need. If you're in pain, that'll also help with the pain, along with the turmeric. They're natural painkillers. The integrative medicine doctor worked really good for me, even though I'd researched and had all the original vitamins. I wasn't taking enough of each one. So I felt 100% better after I started taking what he'd given me. But but once again, we're all different. And there is on the internet a list of integrative medical practitioners where you might be able to find one in your area. So I suggest you seek one out. We have one here in Mullumbimby, of all places. But so if you're planning on coming on holidays to Byron Bay, well, you can book in. Or he will actually do a consultation on Skype. So, there's no reason why you can't have a consultation with this doctor and get the information that you need. Acupuncture, I have a series of 6 needles. Now, if you're on a disability pension or you're on some sort of pension, the doctor should have a care plan for you, and you're entitled to 6 free physiotherapies or acupuncture or Feldenkrais or whatever you need. There's 6 of them that you get compliments of the government. I get the acupuncture because I find that helps to balance my body and keep me going. I do it at the beginning of each year, and that keeps me going till the next year, because the care plan gets reviewed every 6 months. So I have acupuncture, I do massage, which I said once a month. I have the lymphatic drainage, which is, again, a really good massage. You need a really good massage therapist to do the lymphatic drainage. That gets rid of all the toxins out of your body, and you need to do that once every 6 months. Sjögren's is a very expensive disease, so it's not for the poor let me tell you, if you want to keep yourself healthy. As I said to you, I try and use myself as a guinea pig for all different, and I research day in and day out on what is the latest Sjögren's, research, what is happening, what have they found now. Because as the years go on, I found they know, when I was first diagnosed with Sjögren's, they knew nothing about it, hardly, except that you had dry eyes and dry mouth, that was it. Then when I got the Sjögren's neuropathy, I was in Westmead Hospital. So Dr. Fulton, who is a neurologist, and Dr. Spencer, who is a rheumatologist, they said they had to research it because I was the only one they'd ever come across that had Sjögren's neuropathy. So once again, research. In between lubricating, I found over in America they have a tablet called Laminine, which I ordered from the States, and I've now been on it about 4 weeks. Now I hope to keep you updated with this, because in that 4 weeks I get a fantastic sleep, a really deep sleep, even if it's, and it's usually for 4 or 5 hours. And that really helps during the day. I have no problem now getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It builds muscles and it builds stamina. But you've got to be careful. It comes from eggs. If you're allergic to eggs, then you won't be able to take it. But this is taken from the ovarian egg on the 9th day of incubation, and it has 22 amino acids. Now, when you go through the symptoms of amino acid deficiency, it's everything that we suffer with Sjögren's. So I decided to try it. Now, my energy levels, like I can now help my grandson babysit the grandkids, and believe me, with a walker, you're running around after them 24/7. I can do my own washing, I can do my own washing up, things that I couldn't do before. I can now do, and I can now go all day. From 7 in the morning, I don't get tired. As I said, I have a exercise physiologist that comes on a Tuesday, and I go to the gym on a Friday. I used to have to take breaks after every exercise. Now I take a break half an hour after exercising, and then I do another half an hour, and I find that I'm getting through it. So I don't even have a little bit of fatigue. When I first started this, I did run out of the Laminine for a week, and you revert back because it hadn't finished doing its job. Usually it takes about 4 months, and I'll let you know after 4 months if I get my saliva back. But because it's known to regenerate organs. I'm hoping it gives me my balance back. In the States, they're using it for MS to give people their balance. They're using it for heart patients to give them their balance back. So I'm hoping it does that for me. So far, as I said, when you don't take it, you don't realise how bad you felt before you started taking it. And you're thinking, I need this Laminine, where is it? So if you decide that you want to try the Laminine, as I keep updating you and tell you all about it, I've become a distributor because the company is not here in Australia, so that I can buy it direct from the United States. So, so I'll keep you updated with that and let you know how I go.